Hi, I'm Benjamin Tucker. I'm a filmmaker from London, and this is my entry for the Tom Antos and Kane TV contest. I thought I'd start by giving a little bit of background about the video that we shot. So we shot a music video, and it was for the band Fresh, and it was for their debut single, Up For You. The music video would be set in Paris, and it would involve the boys running around, seeing the sights, and kind of all in all just having a good time in the city. In order to capture this, I felt it was quite important to have quite a lot of camera movement in the music video to keep that kind of upbeat tempo of the song and kind of give the whole video a really energetic feel. So it was important that we have some quite good camera stabilisation as well because of that, because we want to be keeping those shots lovely and smooth looking and looking pretty professional. We'd be shooting on the Panasonic GH4, which is quite a small and light camera, but despite its size it actually generates a really nice image. And I'll be choosing to shoot with some Olympus lenses, namely the 9-18, which was a nice wide lens we'd be able to use on the stabiliser, and the 14-35, which is more of a kind of general lens. We scheduled the shoot over 4 days, covering 20 different locations. This meant we'd be quite limited with our time, and we'd need quite a rapid turnaround time at each location. We were originally looking at purchasing or renting a 3-axis gimbal, in particular the DJI Ronin, which I was lucky enough to get to go and try out at a little workshop in London. I came away from the workshop thinking that the Ronin was far too big and bulky and heavy for our uses for the music video, and it was also quite difficult to get hold of at the time in London, so we discounted the Ronin, but I actually took away from the workshop quite a few points that I felt were critical in choosing a stabiliser, and these points led to me choosing to purchase the Kane H4. The first of these considerations was weight. And it's pretty crucial to any stabiliser that it would be lightweight, especially given that I'd be running around with it non-stop pretty much throughout the day shooting, getting quite a lot of shots with it. And this was something that the Kane H4 was really good at. Being made out of carbon fibre meant that I could kind of throw it around as much as I liked all day, even with a camera on top of it. And after about 4 days shooting, I really wasn't too fatigued at all, wasn't experiencing any discomfort, and it did a really good job. The second of these considerations was a simple and quick repeated setup at each location. Especially due to the minimal time that we'd have to turn around at each location, it was really important that I could kind of collapse the stabiliser, pack it away, and then bring it out and get it set up again really quickly and be ready to shoot as soon as possible. So the Kane H4 is really good for this because it has an extendable shaft, which means that you can kind of retract the shaft, and when you pull it back out to the same place, the precise balance of the stabiliser isn't affected too much. This saved a lot of time and really helped us quite a bit. Another really good thing about the Kane H4 is that it has quite specific markings on the side on the cheese plate. So if I'm in a location where I wanted to switch to a tripod, I could do that, take it off the base plate for the stabiliser, put it onto the tripod and then put it back. I'd be able to put it at the exact same point of balance that I had it before. And that kind of thing is really useful when you're trying to balance something quickly, and it saves a huge amount of time at each location, which was really critical for this project. Third consideration was cost, and as with any gear purchase I make, it's really important that it doesn't cost the earth, but it's equally as important that there's no compromise in quality as a result. So I picked up the stabiliser for about £200, and this was good because it gave me some extra money to put towards a nice wide lens to use on the stabiliser. And I was quite pleased with the Kane H4 because it sat in that niche really nicely. It wasn't too expensive, but at the same time it provided a really professional looking end result. The fourth consideration was that any stabiliser we would be using would have to be quite inconspicuous. Given that we were shooting at so many locations around Paris and some of these had the potential to be quite sensitive to us filming there, it was important that we would be as stealthy as possible. And having the GH4 help with this, is quite a small camera, but had we rigged it up with something like a Ronin, I think that we would have drawn far too much attention to ourselves and really looked like a kind of professional film crew, and I don't think that would have really worked for this particular production. The Kane H4 was really handy because it's small, it almost looks like a kind of travel tripod kind of thing, and it's really stealthy, and it really helped us with the kind of guerrilla style of filmmaking that we were going for. So in conclusion, the Kane H4 satisfied all of these criteria, and on the shoot it met my expectations completely and did a really good job. One thing I didn't expect as a kind of unexpected benefit was that you can actually use the Kane H4 as a really nice low tripod. The 3 feet on the bottom allow you to get some really nice stable low shots, and I actually found this really useful in loads of different locations on the video. All in all, I was really pleased with my stabiliser, and special mention has to go to CheesyCam. Their video on how to balance the stabiliser was both really useful, and it influenced me quite a bit in actually going out and buying the Kane H4, because that was the stabilizer they actually used in the video. I wasn't disappointed at all. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my behind the scenes with the KMH4. If you'd like to catch the whole video, then there'll be a link in the description below. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.